All right. I really want to show you this Bo of the Fifth column clip. No intro. Let's just look at it. It's too good.
Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk a little bit about that budget that the House sent up, Republicans in the House sent up, and acted like it was a great, big, huge victory.
Real quick, you remember how your old pal Jake said that McCarthy was screwed when MAGA wouldn't let him be Speaker of the House? Okay, I just want to get my I told you so's ready.
And some contradictory messages and nerves of steel, because apparently McCarthy has them. Okay, so the ink isn't even dry on this budget yet, and reporting has started to highlight some discrepancies in what McCarthy is said to have told the various factions within the Republican Party. Because remember, they can't agree on anything. They all want something different. So, according to the New York Times, while he was, quote, beseeching his colleagues privately to back the bill, Mr. McCarthy repeatedly told them to ignore the substance of the measure, which would never become law, and instead focus on the symbolic victory of passing any legislation to show Mr. Biden they were serious about their demand for spending cuts. I mean, just saying that in and of itself is something else, but there's more. There's another piece of reporting that says that McCarthy promised conservatives late Tuesday night that the debt ceiling bill they voted on yesterday was a floor, not a ceiling. McCarthy, he said, told them he would personally oppose and fight against any debt ceiling agreement that doesn't include all of the red meat provisions in the House bill.
Okay. Here's why I keep saying that the GOP, traditional conservatives, are going to become Democrats, and then MAGA's going to go away. Let's start because MAGA does not have the support of the country as a whole. Most people aren't down with what they want to do. When you are trying to imagine what a Republican politician is going to do in the next couple of years, just look at what they have done historically. They take the path of least resistance. They're trying to get massive tax cuts for their rich friends. That's all they care about, and all the other nonsense that traditional conservative Republicans talk about is in service to that. That's all. So if they are looking at the voters they're trying to appease, they're in a purple state, and so they do the centrist Republican thing, just like we have centrist Democrats. And the people they're working with in their party are a problem for them. They're simply going to start working with the party that is a problem for them less often. Democrats aren't great, my personal opinion. But they are honest, and if you make a deal with them, they stick to the deal. I foresee this being the cycle, particularly after, if we can do it, whipping in 2024, the cycle where we just start picking up Democrat seats. Let me tell you further. I think we can get an advantage in 24, and I think that advantage will expand by mid-25 from refugees just sick of having this MAGA bag on their hip. But let's go back to McCarthy's lies, because he promised opposing things to two groups. Tell us about it, Bo.
So the short version here is that McCarthy went to the moderates and was like, this is never going to become law. Don't even worry about what's in it. It's just a starting place. It won't be this drastic. And then he went to the hardliners and was like, hey, this is just the beginning. We're going to do more. I mean, that's something else. These people work in the same building. I hope they don't talk to each other or read these reports. They might get pretty upset. And given the fact that McCarthy significantly lowered what it required to remove him as Speaker, he better hope that none of them get in their feelings about this. I would imagine that other factions of the Republican Party were probably told other things as well. If this reporting is accurate, New York Times and Politico, if it's accurate, then there's probably going to be more to come out. But the important part for everybody watching to remember is even the Republicans don't actually want this. In order to vote for it, some of them had to be reassured that this wasn't going to be the actual bill. That doesn't provoke a lot of confidence. Of course, I would suggest, given the fact that their main messaging is, hey, we passed a bill, now you have to negotiate, says the same thing. And given the fact that they're not actually going out and telling people everything that they cut, that probably says the same thing as well. Those Republicans who are in swing states who voted for this, they might be really upset because they have taken a very risky vote now that they may have to answer for later. So my guess is that there will be conversations between the different factions, and there might be some arguments that kind of spring up. Yeah, things in the House are going great. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.
Oh, mercy, mercy me. Yeah, remember, Republicans don't give a I wholeheartedly expect that some of the evidence produced in upcoming trials about the coup is going to come from traditional Republicans who are sick to death of dealing with MAGA psychopaths. I'm fully expecting that. Oh, it's delicious. It's delicious.